John, thank you for wearing your Louisiana hat.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. That's why I wore it. How you doing, everybody?
All righty there.
Fantastic.
Thank you all for being here in alphabetical order.
We actually did take the time to arrange them that way before you got here. It took a while, but we made it happen.
Oh, so you're a bureaucrat.
All righty, well, welcome. So it's so good to have you guys here in New Orleans at GalaxyCon. I know you mentioned earlier, I saw you at the ribbon cutting, and you mentioned that this is your second time in New Orleans. You were here with Mad TV previously, you mentioned?
Yeah, in 1997, we came out to do a Mad TV promo thing.
Yeah. What's it like to be back in New Orleans? How's the city treating you so far?
That's great.
Yeah. And you, John?
I came here in like 1994 and participated in. I was working with MTV at the time, and we had a show. It was me and my comedy partner, and we had a show, and it was we had our own. We went around, did all these like man on the street stuff, and then we had our own float in one of the parades. It was crazy. It was really a trip, and that was way back in the day. Then I was down here again for Jazz Fest, like, yeah, like 2 years later. And then recently I was down here shooting Interview with the Vampire. So I did the first 3 episodes of that show, and they killed me off. It was awesome. But yeah, so I've been here, so I love it. I think it's one of the greatest cities in the country.
Wow, and you've been here, you probably know where to eat and where to go to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. Tipple and back. No, it's a really, really amazing city, and the culture is just fantastic, and the people are great. So, thanks.
Well, I'm happy you brought up MTV, because I wanted to get into that a little bit as well before we talk about Futurama and go to the crowd questions. I know you spent some time in 1994 and MTV Beach House, and,
Yep.
Red Johnny and the Round Guy,
Yep.
and
The
you
old
got to
comedy
start in stand-up. And I would say, first of all, you're an incredible beatboxer. Do you still beatbox?
I mean, when the opportunity arises, I'll still beatbox, but like it's just kind of corny right now. I mean, it feels just you just start breaking out of the like that's all.
It's amazing.
Woo!
No, getting to be next to John DiMaggio is amazing.
Ah,
This guy can do anything.
oh, stop it.
Cartoons, on camera,
Yeah,
singing.
you do the same thing. Come on now.
Well, I mean, and I love that, every time I got to do something with you, it was a joy.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it was an episode of Scooby-Doo
Right.
or getting my lovely Italian name friend to be a Scotsman.
Yes, huh? That's right. That was such a fun gig. God, we had such a good time doing that show.
You were amazing.
No, you were incredible as Samurai Jack. You were amazing. So, yeah. Blow a little smoke.
Well, you
Blow a
had
little
more
smoke
lines.
your way, my friend. It's all good. It's all good.
You guys have such great chemistry between you. Do you remember when you first met and what that was
I
like?
think it was wasn't it on Futurama?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe, no. Might have been like a Scooby-Doo episode or something like that. It's Salami.
Was that before?
Yeah, I think maybe before we may have met. But no, we started really working together on Futurama.
Yeah,
which
that
is-
98.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So we've been in, long time.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
you guys are both tremendous, such amazing talents. I would like to talk to just
Thanks,
Phil.
man.
Just get started with you. I know you born and raised in LA.
Yep.
Did you feel the need to get into entertainment, being from LA? Was that something that was like in your mind's eye from a young age, or how did you get into entertainment?
Well, no, I was just doing plays in high school, but because I was in LA, I got lucky.
Right.
Because my mom from Arkansas, who moved me she moved to LA and had me in LA, but she was the first person in her Arkansas family to go to junior college. Wow. And one of her classmates was a woman who got a job at NBC and was for decades the highest ranked black woman. And I guess my mom had dragged her to some of my high school plays, so she got me an audition for a cartoon junior year of high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You were 16,
I
right,
did,
at the time?
Yeah, I did the Mr. T cartoon, which was nowhere near as good as Futurama.
Oh my God, dude! I did not know that. Holy shit! Sorry. That's crazy. You were on the Mr. T cartoon. You were on the Mr. T cartoon. I pity the fool.
Yeah, well, and back in the 80s, that was one of the few cartoons to actually have kids do the voices of kids,
yeah.
as opposed to middle-aged women.
Yeah. Do the voices of kids.
So with Mr. T, and you got your first taste of voice acting, and did it just change everything
Well,
for you
except
from
back then, it didn't feel like voice acting.
there? Okay.
I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, the director said, kids, make sure you end all the lines up with energy. And that'll make the kids watching, be alive more.
Oh my God, really?
I'm like, oh, damn.
So
this
everything-
doesn't feel like as good acting as the plays.
Yeah. This is some tampon commercial acting is what we're doing right here.
Well, but I had, one of the other kids was girl Amy Linker, who was a TV star.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
this is acting.
Yeah. Whatever.
And,
That's funny.
and John, what about you? What was your transition from stand-up into voice acting? How did you get into it?
I mean,
You had a team, right?
yeah, I was in a comedy team, but like I was doing theater before that, and the team came because I met my partner in college at Rutgers. I was in this the BFA program there at the Mason Gross School of the Arts. It was a big deal back in the '80s, we decided that we wanted to do a comedy act, and that was about 1990. We went from like 1990 to 1996, but we had a show on MTV in '94.
Wow.
And so yeah, we were working in the city, and we went on tours at colleges and everything like that. And then when the act broke up, I was doing voiceover in New York. I was doing a lot of commercials for television and radio, and then when I got Chicago Hope, I auditioned for Chicago Hope, and I went to Los Angeles. Well, actually, I auditioned for Chicago. I went out there for a pilot. I did the pilot, and then got fired from the pilot, and then auditioned a bunch while I was on a trip. I parlayed a week on someone's couch and auditioned for Chicago Hope and got it. Nice. So I went out and did Chicago Hope in '96, and the joke was that David Tell, the famous comedian David Tell, had a joke about my comedy act and said, Red Johnny's on Chicago Hope, and the round guy's hoping to get to Chicago. So that was pretty funny.
David Tell's awesome.
But and then when I came out here, I started doing voiceover. It was all for animation and video games predominantly. So that's how I made it into this thing.
Well, thank God you did, because you've voiced some of the most amazing characters, and we're all
Thanks.
such fans of your work, both of you.
Yes.
So I wanted to talk also about Groundlings, if you don't mind, if we just talk about Groundlings for a moment, Phil. Mm-hmm. So was being in theater a way that you found out about Groundlings, or how did you know about them? Did you have to audition? What was that like?
Well, I got into Groundlings by mistake, not for a career. Because in college, a buddy of mine that I did plays with, who was from Chicago, came back after one summer doing workshops at Second City and stuff, and said, guys, we should start an improv comedy group. So we started a college improv comedy group.
Wow.
Nice.
That's now still going 40 years later.
Oh, wow.
And that got me into improv, and I loved it so much. When I graduated and came home to LA, I said, I need some improv back in my life.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go start paying at Groundlings.
Yeah.
But I got to be alongside, this theater where so many amazing people came.
Yeah.
Paul Rubens, Lorraine Newman, Kathy Griffin. It was like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
I got to, well, that means getting in here means I got some talent, but it might mean I might get some career.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did that help open the door for Matt TV? Just being part of the
Yeah,
Groundlings?
yeah, because the Groundlings taught you, if you do good improv, you make a good character or a good scene, write it down. Write that into a sketch.
Yeah. That's awesome. So let's talk about Futurama. How did this come about? And I mean, obviously, you guys have brought these characters to life so much so that, you know, when the series went away, they even brought it back, and they brought all you guys back to voice the characters. So let's talk about your journey in Futurama. Where did it all begin, and what does it mean to you to be part of such an amazing franchise?
I remember when I got the job and I brought home the script, and I showed it to my roommate. He was like, "Dude, you're the robot Homer." He was from Boston, and robot Homer, and it was just, I couldn't believe it, but I was just so thrilled, and you know, we had all auditioned for it, you know, and so you know, that's just how you do it. You just have to audition if you have the right people.
And it was quite a thing early in your career to be sitting there in an audition next to the creator of The Simpsons.
Yeah, you know, it was like nuts. It's just, I mean, having Matt around was just so crazy in the beginning. Like because he really stuck around for a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, once we, you know,
I'm like,
and
oh
then
my
we
God.
kinda, yeah, and then he.
Well, these days I think Matt Groening must be the nicest billionaire in America.
Yeah, right. Oh my God.
He should be president.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Oh my goodness.
Although the only way I got to Futurama was luckily because of sketch comedy. The casting company that cast us for Mad TV was hired to cast in Matt Groening's new show. And that's why me and Dave Herman in this show.
Yep.
Although it's wacky that initially one of the other Mad TV people, Nicole Sullivan, was the female lead.
Yeah, she was the original Leela.
But the Fox executives, you know, they knew they couldn't give no notes on The Simpsons, but they're like, no, with this new show of his, let's pee on it.
Yeah.
And they decided, no, put a bigger star in that.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then they brought in Katie Sagal,
Yep.
which she's great too.
Yeah,
Crushed
she's
it,
amazing.
yeah.
Amazing.
So in the recordings of Futurama, you all got to work together in a booth together, and Billy West was there, and everyone was there. Can we talk about some of the experience that you have, some of the memories and fun times that you had? Because now it's different. Everyone records either in a home studio or just solo record. So what was it like getting to do an ensemble cast recording?
That was probably what made the show work so well a lot of the time, because of, you know, you sometimes if you record alone, you don't really hear any feedback. You don't really, there's nothing to bounce. It doesn't bounce off anyone and come back to you like it did. So, you know, doing the jokes together really kind of helped it along.
Yeah.
I at least I feel. And,
No, you're absolutely right.
And it also, you know, it also helped doing the ensemble recording, because we would hear it. You could hear it when you'd see the line. You would hear it as the character, so you knew kind of like the beats that they were going for within the script, like what they, you know, you had a feeling of what they wanted to hear and what was going to sound like, so you knew how you could respond to it, even though it was just like it was just that interesting a group, and we've worked together for that long that we kind of have that, you know, that you know, what would they call it, the muscle memory of it, you know what I mean? So I think that's really,
No, it is such a blessing to be able to record scenes together.
Right.
You know, I mean, because it's best for us as actors, because you get to hear and feel what the other characters in the scene are doing.
Yes.
And it's also better for the producers, because they can tell, oh, that take worked.
Yeah,
That's the best version of the scene.
acting is reacting pretty much, and once you can, you know, you someone could do something with a line that can propel you to have a response that you didn't know was coming. You know what you had to do, but after hearing someone's line reading, you might read your line completely different. Right. So it all depends on, like, you know, which is what I meant, like, you know, about being able to hear, you know, about not only hear your own lines, but hear the lines that are, you know, that everybody else has, and just be like, oh, there's going to be something like that, or like, can I hear what they did, or like, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's interesting. It's just that chemistry that we all have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of
that
built
recording every, you know, character, every actor alone, to me is sort of like if you were doing a play and just have everybody come on stage alone and say their one line.
Yeah.
And when they brought the show back, was it recorded in the same style, or was it all individual?
Well, we've been doing it. We've been doing
Yeah.
it the same way.
That's
all the
amazing.
time.
Yeah, and we got most of the writing group back too.
Yeah.
Which is a great thing.
That's really cool.
yeah,
And
we've-
thankfully, we haven't lost any of our cast members.
No, yeah, I know, right? Yes, exactly.
Yeah, thankfully. That's awesome. I want to talk real quick before we go to the audience. Obviously, we have a mic. If you guys want to start lining up right now, you can. And but I'm having a great time up here. Let's talk about cultivating the voices, okay? How do you come up with your character voices? I know, John, you've spoken about Bender and how you came up with the character. It's like an amalgam of 3 different people that you kind of mashed together.
Drunk at the end of the bar on the East Coast, Slim Pickens from Blazing Saddles,
Yeah.
and Charlie the Sausage Guy, which was a character that my friend came up with, and I started to mimic him. So we would do back and forth.
Yeah.
Charlie sausage guy, sausage, fun to have fun to hold. You can have all kinds of sausages. Sausage fresh. The Italians have sausages, hot sausages, sweet sausages. You have a superstar. You got salami, all kinds of salami. The Germans have worse kind of sausage. Worse is a German sausage.
So we would just go back and forth about sausages, and it was ridiculous. And if you throw those 3 voices together in a blender,
You get this guy. Oh yeah, baby. Do a flip.
sorry.
Do you guys do a lot of people watching? Because I feel like it's important to kind of draw from and pull inspiration from different things. I mean, I love doing that. Does that help you in your career at all? Like watching people, picking up voices?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah, because usually whenever you get an audition for some, animation character, they have a description of it. It was like, ooh, that sounds like my uncle sounds like that. So, if there's a person
Yes.
who seems like this cartoon character, I'll make the voice sound like that person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you tell your uncle, that was you.
That's totally accurate.
Awesome. Well, let's grab some questions from our audience. Hi, what's your name and what is your question?
Sorry. My name is Will, and
Hi, Will.
Hi. Oh, that's right.
Put a little more pressure on him. Jeez, Louise.
Yeah. So you
No,
were
you're good,
talking
dude.
about Mad TV earlier, and when my father was still around, he grew up with Mad Magazine and stuff. And I was wondering if you miss doing like sketch comedy shows, and do you still do it? Like, no.
Well, I mean, it's wacky. That show kept going for like 8 years after I left, 8 or 9 years.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of sketch comedy still left. But Saturday Night Live is still going.
Yeah. I think You Should Leave is also a very good show as well. I recommend it.
Which show?
I think You Should Leave on Netflix.
Oh, there you
Tim
go.
Robinson.
Sure, Tim Robinson. I know.
Oh, right. Well,
yeah.
and yeah. Well, I guess, I don't know if Black Lady Sketch Show is still going.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was good.
Yeah. And Key Appeal was great too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one. Okay, thanks.
Sure.
Thank you. All right, hi, step on up. What's your name and what's your question?
Hey. Hey, what's up? Hi, Armando, and I really, really love Samurai Jack. Actually, I talked to y'all right before this about Samurai Jack.
Wow.
It really
I
made
love
my-
that you talk and draw.
Oh, thank you, thank you. No, obviously a big part of my childhood, and rewatching it as an adult, I start to notice how it was in Cartoon Network. They had to obviously censor a few things, such as remember Samurai Jack slashing open like an alien, and you expect guts. It's it's machinery because we can't show blood. But then obviously they made the Adult Swim final season, and obviously that was more mature. Did you feel when in the Cartoon Network era that they could have pushed the envelope more, or did you want to at that point? And how did it feel like exploring Samurai Jack in a more mature light when you did do the Adult Swim season?
Well, no, I'd never had any doubts about anything that Gendy Tartakovsky put forward.
Well, he's a genius. So.
Yeah, he's a complete genius. But I felt like, after the show being down for 13 years, he brought back the final season. He matured it the way the kids watching had matured.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we can do blood.
That was impressive. That was really impressive, the way they closed that show out. And the way, just the fact that there was such a demand for it to to have closure just really showed how.
Well,
how
you know,
how,
when
how
you got
people
something in
felt
a
about
theme
it.
song, you got to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Go to get back.
Yeah.
Back to the past.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, totally.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
Thanks, Amanda.
All right. Hi, step on up. What's your name and what's your question?
Hi, my name's Caleb.
Hi,
It's nice to meet you, gentlemen. All of y'all's characters grew up with, loved them, every single one of them. But my question is I'm pretty sure I already know Mr. John's answer to this, but what is y'all's favorite line from y'all's characters in Futurama, if y'all could pick one?
That's a good question. Do a flip is really, really great. You know what's funny is like some of my favorite lines were exchanged off of that. That one was Hermes. You know, Hermes is gonna jump. Yeah, do a flip, and then
Bender, you want me to die?
yeah, and then when they're walking up the side of a building, a la Batman '66, and Bender looks in the window and goes, "All right, get a room, you two." And Phil is the guy that says, "Well, we're in a room." And I go, "Well, then lose some weight." That's one of my favorite lines of all time. Daffodil. That's a fun word to say, is Bender. And yeah, that's great. Yeah, I love. Yeah.
Wasn't the one that made him blow up? Wasn't it antiquing?
Antiquing. It was. It was antiquing.
Don't say that word, man.
It was just funny to me because it was just like a one-off at the end. Antiquing, boom.
Boom.
Wow.
That's right.
Sounds like you memorized the script more than us cartoon voices.
I mean, I have
We
the
were just
first
reading.
4 volumes on DVD, the
love-
old DVDs before they re-released everything.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd say one of my best favorite lines is when they had Hermes say, "Sweet something of someplace." I was like, oh, wow. Our genius Harvard writers have run out of things that rhyme.
Sweet something of someplace. That's great. Oh my God.
All of Hermes' catchphrases are definitely iconic.
No, that's
every single one of them, especially
they're
that last
genius.
one, because like you said, it just felt like the writers gave up, even though they're all Harvard educated. It's like surely something.
Right.
Thanks for your time,
Oh,
gentlemen.
absolutely.
Great question.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Caleb.
much. Hi.
Gentlemen, wonderful to see you live. My name is Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy.
Jeremy.
So I get the feeling that in the as Futurama went on, the group got tighter and tighter as the show progressed. I was wondering if you all had any sort of maybe
Tight like strangulation tight? Or, sorry, I'm kidding.
Is there a Fox exec in this? What I'm leading up to is, did you all have any input? Did you all ever pitch any sort of jokes or bits that made it to the writers and maybe made it to the screen, even if it was just a sort of one-off gag?
Well, I never pitch anything, but sometimes John would say something so funny that the writers would go, "Ooh, let's put that in."
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you get to, look, you got to record what's on the page in the recording session. That's the most important thing you got to do. And you got to give them a couple different takes, a couple different ways to make it sound the way they go, that's how it's supposed to sound. Then, once you have that in the can, and you're still doing it, you're still on it, or you can say, "Hey guys, can I take a swipe at this real quick? I want to take a pass." And then you throw some things at it, and you throw some of the jokes that you feel are just physical parts of the character that you're able to kind of add to it, and so yeah, you get the opportunity to. If it sticks, great. If it doesn't, the rule is just shut up and move on. Let's go. Let's wrap it up. Like it's over. Like you just okay. You tried. Doesn't work. All right. Just move on. But so you do for example, like the things that the Bender strut or the Bender whistle. That thing is that they were like he whistles away, and basically what it is like, John, we need something musical yet not musical. So which is why that whistling sounds so percussive as opposed to melodic. So you kind of throw that into the mix. So that's and And then that's also why that's why that also works as well. And the funny thing is that ASCAP, which is like the Songwriters Guild, I get money every time those play because I created it. Like it was my the they didn't write it, I did, so I get credit. But it was nice enough that they signed me up, and I So every time you hear a I get like 10 cents. It's pretty awesome.
Gentlemen, thank you for asking. Thank you for wow, words. Thank you for answering my question. Also, you're serious. Let me laugh even harder.
Nice.
Awesome
Nice
question.
shirt.
Repping the brand. Thank you.
Thank you for all your work you've done over the years.
Thanks.
My question for the both of you is, what would happen if some of your characters met, like Wilt, Samurai Jack, and Bender, and Jake, the dog?
You know, we
Crossovers.
we were lucky enough to do a little crossover with Jake the dog and Bender in that one particular episode where, you know, Bender goes down into the dungeon and they see Jake and they see Finn chained up on the wall, and Jake goes, "What time is it?" And Bender said, "It's time for you to shut up." So, yeah, they're not getting along, a lot of the characters that I do, so which is why they're on separate shows. But, but, you know.
But no, when you got good shows, it's lovely for them to meet each other.
Oh, yeah. The Futurama Simpsons crossover was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. And when they crossed over a couple times. But, yeah, but the last one was really good.
Simpsorama.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
And also a shout out to Interview with a Vampire. That's also a really great show.
Hey, thanks a lot. You like that facial hair? I grew that. I had to hold on to that hair for 8. It was so. My sideburns were so thick. I thought somebody was standing next to me every day. I was like, what? It was the worst. And I looked like a hipster, but it was like an old hipster, like just like somebody who shouldn't be trying to be a hipster. Like it was bad, man. And it had like the Fu Manchu and the whole thing, and they would wax it up and everything like that. Listen. This is how messed up that is. They would curl the corners of my mustache with like mustache wax and a special roller, like a curling iron that is specifically for like little tiny curls to do on your face. It was ridiculous. A regular curling iron is like $30, right? You go to CVS, you get a curling iron. $400 for this stupid little. They turn and curl it. Oh, forget it. It was so. Oh my God, so much hair on my face. Never. Oh man, and that's why sippy cups of coffee cups. That design is an original design from when men had really crazy mustaches to keep their mustaches out of the tea. So that the cup lids that they use now, that's an old design from like the 1800s, from like the late 1800s. I swear to God. I found out about that through that show because of
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, my name's Steven.
Hi, Steven, with a PH.
Seems you remember me.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I got 2 questions. One, what is your favorite thing about voice acting in Futurama? And my second question is, what is your favorite character in all the shows that you've voice acted? Which is the favorite character you've voice acted?
Sophie's Choice. He's got to put the Sophie's Choice on us. Yeah. Pick your favorite kid. The rest of them die. It's like, wait a minute. No. Favorite. All right. So the first thing is favorite Futurama. Wait.
Was the cast?
So the first one
getting to be with that cast.
Sorry. The first one was, what is your favorite thing about voice acting in Futurama?
Being with this group of people for this long. Like it's not often you get to, and during the longest hiatus of Futurama, we were all working on Disenchantment. So it's just like it's pretty funny. Like we kind of saw each other. Like we would see each other in the mix, but yeah, getting to work with these people for this amount of time is pretty special. Yeah. You know, so that's the thing. But then the second part of the question was,
Who's your favorite character
Yeah,
that you've
which
done?
character have you voice acted that's your favorite?
oh,
Well, I'm lucky to have worked with a handful of great storyteller show creators, so I got a bunch of favorites. You know, I mean, getting to work with David Cohen and Matt Groening, and even with Gendy Tartakovsky and Bruce Timm and Seth MacFarlane, you know. So all of these, and Dave Filoni doing Star Wars.
Yeah.
These are all my favorites.
I don't know. You know,
The dog?
yeah, working with my pooch. We lost our good dog, our good girl, last March. She was just shy of one. She was just 1 month shy of 15. But I was bringing her around to Futurama recordings, and she would come in and lay down at my feet. Yeah. And she'd just lay down there, and we'd be doing Futurama around her, and that was
Yeah, that was another great favorite thing about being in Futurama is getting to be with John,
Yeah,
bringing
yeah.
in his beautiful dog.
She was a great girl.
And I mean,
Fran was-
actually, you bringing in Franz to the recording sessions was as much of a pleasure as people bringing their kids here to GalaxyCon.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's just like, it's when you get to share with a bunch of people like that. That's just the best part. And everybody was so cool, and Fran loved it. She did. It was great. So.
Anyway, thank you all for answering my question.
Thanks, Steven.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
man.
All right, hi, step on up. What's your name and what's your question?
Hi, I'm May.
Hi, May.
I'm big fan of Jake and Zog. My
Nice.
fiance loves Static Shock. We had to sneak watching your shows when we were kids. It was, the parents didn't always agree, but you can't fight what you love. But there were times when, the shows had a notorious gap where we never thought they were going to come back, and we didn't want to believe that was the end of the show. So my question is, with all the times that your shows have gotten canceled, did you ever record a just in case this is the end type of line for your character?
Wow. No, but that's a great idea. Yeah, you never know, because you never know if it's going to happen, and then when you find out, it's usually after the fact. You're usually pretty done with something after you find out that something has ended.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know we would come back because The Simpsons never got canceled and got brought back.
Yeah.
It's like, who the hell canceled Matt Groening's show?
Yeah, I know.
Y'all gonna burn down Fox?
Yeah.
Thank you. The second part of that question was, do you think that any of these cartoons that you guys have voiced will ever outlive you guys, and maybe your characters might be voiced by somebody else who sounds like you just to keep the show going?
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not either.
I hope all the things that I've done die in my throat right there. I don't want anybody doing we're gonna do impressions.
Somebody getting hired to imitate you.
Yeah, no, I don't need that. Please. Oh God, no. Yeah, forget it. Yeah, no, nobody needs that. That'd be
No,
terrible.
I've only gotten to have to replace somebody's character voice when they were a huge on-camera star. That's why I had to do Chris Rock's voice.
Oh right, yeah, that's right.
It's like, no, we can't afford to bring him in for a cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he did that Osmosis Jones movie, and they did
Right.
a TV show, Ozzy and Drix.
That's right. Yeah, man, we have done so many gigs. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Thank you guys so much.
No, thank you.
Great questions. Thank you so much. Hi, step on up.
Hi. Hello.
My name's Sydney.
Hi, Sydney.
My question is, Futurama is one of my favorite TV shows.
Shut up, baby. I know it.
And I've always said to people when I recommend it that it's, for the most part, a very silly show, but it also has at least like one soul-crushing episode per season. And I think it really stands out for that, and that's why I like it. And I was just curious about what you guys thought of like the overall emotional arc of the show when it has those moments and like the duality there.
Well, I love that the show has emotion, comedy, science. You know, it's got. I mean, actually, it's funny. I always tell people, like, well, if you let your kids watch Futurama, their math and science grades are gonna go up.
Yeah, exactly. No, the show. I mean, it's just amazing. We're so lucky that we've been able to work on such a highbrow show. Like, it's just, I still can't believe it. I still can't believe, and it's been so long and just lovely.
That's lucky.
I mean, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we got 3 questions left. Hi.
Hi, my name's Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
This is specifically for John.
Uh-oh.
Did anyone ever assume you were a jerk because you played Bender? Because I didn't.
No,
realize...
they find out quickly that I'm a jerk. They find out it just right up like upside your face, kind of just like, oh man.
Yeah, but they never find out you're not human.
Yeah, right.
I didn't realize until you showed up now that I subconsciously assumed you would be a jerk.
A jerk. Oh. Awesome. So you don't think I'm a jerk anymore?
Not as much as I thought.
Oh, good. Yeah. So there's still a bit of a jerk in there. Okay. All right. I understand that. Well, listen. It takes one to know one, I guess. So. I mean, look. I guess that's why I relate to Bender so much. So.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
How you related to Bender.
I mean, listen. I've had my share of nights where I shouldn't have had those 5th, 6th, and 7th ones. You know what I mean? So we've all been there, or maybe not. But anyway, the guy in the front has. I could tell. I said 5th, 6th, or 7th, and he went. Anyway, I think we just, you're able to lean on something like that, like, I mean, it's funny how people love to have me insult them as Bender, like tell me, bite my shiny metal ass, shut up, baby, I know it, like that kind of shit, like it's crazy, like, hasta la vista, meatbag, that kind of stuff, like just telling people just the pretty hard things, and getting away with it. So it's just, I don't know, it's pretty funny. It's one of those things that kind of makes Bender so likable in the fact that. He's able to say what he wants. So it's like a two-edged sword. You can be a jerk, but you can also be a lovable jerk. Like me, Bender. What a scamp. Anyway.
Thank you so much. We're going to lightning round these last 3 questions.
Yeah, that's right. We got 4 minutes and 38 seconds.
Lightning round.
Go for it.
Here we go.
Hi, my name's Jaren.
Jaren, nice cosplay. Thanks.
Thank you. I just wanted to say
I see
y'all
you.
are great talent. Did any of the characters y'all voiced impact your daily life, personality-wise? Did y'all ever start acting like Bender or Hermes,
Wow.
saying?
I've had 2 DUIs in my life. I'll tell you that much. So I guess that's a bad thing.
Okay. How did y'all feel when y'all got the call to come back for the new season?
Always a pleasure.
Sign me up. Sign me up.
Did y'all think that the season 10 ending
What's
was
this
a
guy
good ending?
with the paper? Holy shit!
This is the last one.
The last one. Okay, dude.
Last one.
Here you go.
Sorry. Did y'all think the season 10 ending was a good ending?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Heartbreaker.
All right.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right, thank you so much. All right, hi.
My name's Caleb.
Hi, Caleb.
So, John, was wondering.
What happened?
Are you returning into an Invincible?
Am I returning to Invincible?
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
All right.
I might. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, they just dragged me back.
Yeah. Well, then maybe I'm coming
Too bad
back.
we never got to record together.
Yeah. No, I know, right? I don't know, honestly. And Also, if I did know, why would I tell you? I mean, dude, come on, man. What's going on? Sorry, I'm kidding. No, I'm totally kidding. That's
You can still watch the
That's
episodes
cold-blooded. No, seriously. Like, and if I did know, I'd probably be under a whatchamacallit, NDA. So yeah. So you're totally out of luck either way. Even if I do know, but I don't know. But you don't know that. So yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, our final question. Hi.
Yay!
I'm Tashara Hogan,
Hi.
like Hulk Hogan, but I'm not his daughter. This question is a little. This question is a little bit of a fun one. Let's just say you're going home to like a family reunion.
Right.
Which two characters would you most likely bring with you, and which two would you not?
Oh wow. I would bring Schnitzel. Because he would just tell stories and people would just be enthralled by just him going, rada, 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 rada. And he'd help in the kitchen, too. That's the other thing. He'd help in the kitchen, so that'd be good. So I'd bring him. What else? Who else would I bring? I would bring Banana Guard number 2.
Banana Guard number 2 would come and just hang out, you know. He'd just, hey, how you doing, everybody? You need help or need a hand?
I would not bring Bender.
Because he would just, you know, pick everybody's pocket, and you know,
And then, I would not bring
Motorhead. Seriously, would not bring Motorhead from Kim Possible, Dr. Drakken's cousin.
That makes sense.
Seriously. Yeah.
Oh wow, I don't know. I'm trying to think of which character anybody in my family has ever mentioned. Well, Johnson family don't watch no cartoons.
Uh-oh.
Well, actually, no. I think one of my cousins might have mentioned Static once. But, yeah, usually I would just probably have to wear a UPS hat.
All right. Well, thank you for your question. Thank you all for your questions. Yeah, so you guys will be here for the rest of the weekend. If you guys didn't have a chance to ask your question here, please go visit them down at their table. One more time, big round of applause for the stars of Futurama. Give it up for Phil LaMarr. Give it up for John DiMaggio.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, New Orleans.
All right, now we're going to do a stage selfie. If you don't mind, Tim's going to come on stage, and everyone's standing up. We're going to take a photo with all of you. So if you want to be in the selfie, stand on up and come on down to the stage.